Hello again, I am Blunty, and a little over a month ago I published a big old pile of videos taking the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera through its paces in an extensive review series. In case you missed it, the short story is this: it's awesome, it's got a crazy good dynamic range, it packs an astounding amount of pro-level cinematic power into a camera body not much bigger than an iPhone and not much more than 1,000 bones, which is crazy! But in my review I did note two potentially deal-breaking issues, and that's the now infamous white orb issue, which caused specular highlights and overexposed point light sources to have a harsh edge to them, which is not very film-like at all, and could mean that under certain conditions point light sources could kind of cut into the edges of foreground objects, which is not very desirable. The second issue was much more problematic though, the black spot, or what some have called the black hole sun issue, which meant that the camera, when reacting to extremely bright point light sources, like of course the sun, would create a hideous black spot in the center of it. And while the white orb issue was subtle and any average viewer who doesn't edit video for a living may not even notice it, this black spot thing was a killer, and while you could fix it in post if you had to, with the right tools and the right skills, that would cost time, and time is money in productions. But the good news is the folks at Blackmagic are determined to give you the very best tool possible, and have just sent me back the review sample camera I was testing with, saying they've fixed both issues completely. The black spot issue was apparently fixed with an update to the firmware, so the camera would process extreme overexposure on point light sources more elegantly, and the issue with the white orbs was a little trickier, requiring a recalibration of the camera's electronics themselves. And as you will see in all of the test footage in the rest of this video, they've absolutely nailed it. Oh, and in case you're curious, yes, this footage has been fairly lightly graded. There's tons of untouched footage in my other review videos, if that's what you're curious about. So the good news is, it's a 100% fix. Not a workaround, not it's the best we can do with what we have patch job, but a full-on, proper fix. Complete, solved, done. Point light sources and specular highlights now have a very smooth and organic tonal roll-off to them, and the black hole sun issue has vanished completely. So, if those issues were holding you back from buying this camera, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is you're out of excuses not to buy this camera. The bad news is you've now got no excuses not to buy this camera, so get your wallet out. And just FYI, before I leave you to examine and scrutinize the rest of these shots, the firmware update, which will enable Cinema DNG RAW video recording, is very, very close to ready, I'm told, and Blackmagic are allowing me to hang on to my loaner camera till that comes out, so I will be able to test that as soon as it's ready too. So stay tuned for that. It should make this pocket-sized power shooter even more of a heavy hitter. I can't wait to try it out. So, thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.